Bit of life returning to Venice. On our way to a different supermarket today. Our excuse for a different walk.
Hello and welcome to Venice, to Certosa Marina, where the last couple of weeks has been, on the whole, mizzy. Really cold and mizzy weather.
Yeah, we thought we'd make the most of it actually and get a bit of skiing in, but there's been a change of government here and a change of rules which they've made just at the last hour. They were about to open the ski slopes and they said nope, and then they've closed them again. Probably for the rest of the season, I would imagine. But we did get away. We went up to Lake Garda, which was lovely.
Absolutely beautiful, and we did manage to have 1 or 2 days of sun, not the day we went up the mountain, sadly, so we've got lots of views of mist, which I'm sure you're going to enjoy. But it was lovely to get away. I hope you liked the film.
Coming up, appreciating some beautiful cities on our way to Lake Garda. Following in 1,000-year-old footsteps up a mountain path on Monte Baldo. And solar panels, which could mean we can ditch the broken generator. The glassy water of silent Venice. The canals are still empty. But north of Rialto there is an isolated vegetable store, even though I am the only one shopping. Instead, it seems most people are now going to the theatre, or what used to be a theatre.
It's the nearest we're going to get.
It's now a supermarket, but certainly the most beautiful place I've ever been to buy groceries. Travel is becoming easier in Italy, provided you don't go outside your province. For us, this means we can leave Venice by train, and our first stop is to visit friends in Bassano del Grappa, just over an hour away. While we headed out, it seems the lovely sunny weather is enticing lots of people to come into Venice. This is the first time I've seen a crowd in a long time.
It's a nice train.
It's lovely. It was so full when it came in though, blimey.
Yeah, double decker one over there. They don't mess about on the continent, they do proper trains, don't they?
Yeah.
If you can make this out, but there's actually little bits of ice on the water here.
Oh wow, and they're rowing.
Yeah.
It has been really cold.
But luckily the sun did come out. Oh yes, I forgot to mention, this is Valentine's Day.
More traditional part, and then
Shala, our host, has lived here for nearly 30 years. She took us on a tour.
This is the room that Napoleon slept in when he took this place over in the early 1800s. When you kind of get that feeling when you're in here that, oh my God, Napoleon was here.
This used to be a hotel. Now it's a room above a bookshop. The line in the main square with the book open shows the town has paid its taxes. And this is an ancient 24-hour clock.
I mean, this bar could be in New York or anywhere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Back at the marina, the boat jobs continue. If you've been following along, you'll remember we chewed up a raw water impeller in Croatia. At the time, I replaced it with a part-worn one, as I couldn't be sure there weren't more bits floating around, which might cause further damage. Also, I want to do something about the thrust plate. The impeller cover usually doubles as a thrust plate, and if it's symmetrical like this one, you can simply turn it around. My one's been painted, so that needs to come off. And I'll make sure it's properly flat, then refit it flipped over. There's still a list of jobs to do and some new gear to test.
running out of time really. Need the good weather before we go to do the varnishing and the decks and the top sides and all that sort of stuff. But also, I mean, one of the major things that we need to do is sort out our power needs. Regular viewers will know that we've had a problem with our generator, and I don't know what it is. It's seized. It's probably going to cost a lot of money to fix and time, and to be honest, I want to do without it anyway, so I'm not going to throw good money after bad and try and you know, everything to fix that. And I mean, the new one's, you know, 30 grand probably, so certainly not going to go down that route. And I don't really think, you know, nowadays, because of solar, I mean, we've got two big solar panels on the top here. They're 275 watts each, so you know, we get a reasonable amount of power over those. And I've got the extra arch here, which I was hoping to have the new panel on last year, and couldn't get one delivered. And here I found a place, hopefully locally, that I can just go and get one now. I'm hoping to get a bifacial panel. It's a double-sided one, so it gets the reflected light as well, but I'm not sure if that's going to be possible. But if I can get enough out of those, then, you know, I might just about be able to do without a generator. Really, to do it properly, I'd need to either a much bigger battery bank or probably a lithium battery bank, which is what I'm researching at the moment. But that's for next year. I mean, I've got to save our pennies for that. They're expensive, and you know, you've got to get it right. It's not something you can just slot in. So in the meantime, I found something that I thought might be really useful, and it's this little generator here. It's called an EcoFlow. They're calling it a generator, but really, I mean, it does everything. It's an inverter, big lithium battery, 1600 watts, and to charge it up, you've got obviously a mains input here, and it'll accept a charge really quickly because it's a lithium-ion battery, and it'll charge all the way up to 100%, probably in about an hour. I mean, I'll do a proper test on all this, obviously, and we'll have a video out shortly. But the really exciting bit, obviously, is that it takes a couple of solar panels which come nicely packaged up, so you can put them away on the boat somewhere. I've got two. You can have up to four, I think. So yeah, they can just be folded out onto the deck when we're at anchor and angled towards the sun. There's a sort of clever way of putting in the covers here to angle them. I'll have a play with that in a minute. And yeah, we can, every time we're at anchor, be charging this up. And also, actually, when we're at motor as well, it comes with, that's the lead for the to plug into the solar panels, but it comes with this version of it as well. So that will plug into the same input that the solar panel one goes in, but it's got a cigarette lighter type input on it, and that's useful because actually a lot of the times when you're motoring for a while, if you've got to the point where your batteries, if you've got lead acid batteries, and that's any type of lead acid, whether it's AGMs or gels, they get to 80% and the internal resistance starts to go up so much that they just won't accept much of a charge. If you've got a decent sized alternator, it can be spitting out, you know, much more amps than the batteries can actually take. So on a day when you're motoring for any length of time, for most of the end of that trip, you're not really using the alternator and the energy you could get from your engine. So, you know, I'll just be plugging this in every time that my batteries sort of get up to 80% or so. I'll be plugging this in, and this will be taking what the lead acid batteries can't. So yeah, really good, you know, option for that. And obviously, I mean, long term for me, and this is something that they've given me to test, so I'm very grateful to them for that, because it's, you know, it's got me out of a hole here, but actually long term I think it's something that's going to be really good to have, because you know, all these systems can go down. If we go lithium batteries, then my biggest worry about that is that, you know, it depends on its battery management system which protects it, and you know, if it has a problem, that it just cuts off. It doesn't take any prisoners, which is a good thing, because, you know, you don't want them going into thermal runaway and catching on fire. But that's why they have these battery management systems that are quite aggressive, that, you know, an over voltage, under voltage, they'll just cut you off, and you don't want to be, you know, on a boat with no power source whatsoever, and if that happens, you know, this is your backup. So I can power even the induction hob off this if I wanted to, and anything else that, you know, that we need, mains can come off this. So yeah, it's got two USB-C chargers, which is great for my laptop. It comes straight out of those. For the older style laptops, you've got a 12 volt cigarette lighter type output as well, and with the inverter on, with the AC on, you've got up to 4 plugs that you can put in there as well. So, you know, good belt and braces thing to have on a boat, which is always a good thing. So let's have a little play and see how it looks. So I've got them plugged up in series. Let's plug them in, and immediately look, I'm getting 100 watts, and it's going to do it in about 7 hours. Well, that's pretty impressive. It's hovering between 6 and 7 hours now. Obviously I haven't got them completely shadowless. The sun's pretty low here in the morning in Venice at in February. You got your ears in.
So I can't hear what you're saying. I got my earplugs in.
Oh, well, we've got it on. Have a look. That's charging. So how long does it say it's going to take to recharge?
Between 6 and 7.
6 and 7, yeah. I've got my sort of shadow going over there. It'll spoil it a bit. I mean, yeah, we can move these around and get it, but I'm pretty impressed with that, because it means that even in February, on a sunny day,
Yeah.
we could put these out and get a full charge for this thing.
And it's because you can angle it however you want. So.
Yeah. Well, at this point, this time of year, obviously they're sort of more vertical than horizontal at this latitude in February in Venice. But yeah, I mean, I think we can go out even without our inverter now. We could go out and anchor here and probably be, have power, have mains power.
Amazing.
For whatever you want, and recharge it while we're at anchor. I'm really impressed with that. I didn't think
very good news.
Didn't think I'd get much of a charge here at the moment with this sort of sun.
It's brilliant.
Good.
Well done.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to have a shower.
Now this week's quiz question is quite simple. It is, what is this little bit of gear? It's something that's useful, you use around the boat, but for what? The cryptic one from last week, quite a lot of people, as I guessed, would come up with the fact that port was called port because it's the side that you docked on, the side that went to port, because starboard the steering board was in the way. I wanted more than that though. All will be revealed at the end.
Steve spent the last month looking longingly at the mountains. They are stunning and tantalisingly close, but sadly the ski slopes are still closed to the public. But it is okay to take a road trip inland, so now we have the travelling bug and the promise of at least one sunny day. We set off. First we take the Vaporetto all the way to the train station at the north of Venice. Then we take the train to Maestra and hire a car. The province is ours. On the way, we visit the must-see cities of Vicenza and Verona. Take a look. People skimming stones on the beach. Once we arrive at the lake, I'm ready for lunch, and this is possibly the best seafood we've ever had. Certainly the best in Italy. Simple and perfectly cooked. Doesn't get much better than this in February. Everyone sitting outside, drinking Aperol, in our case, and having lunch with your hat on. It's just lovely. Our destination is Tori Del Bernaco, a medieval village which is extremely popular in the summer and now rather quiet and lovely. He was just gliding along, you couldn't see his feet moving at all. I don't usually go in for graveyards, but this one is a surprise. I do like they've got all their pictures up. It's really nice. A piece of art. The next day we climbed the mountain overlooking Malcesine. They call it a trail. It's a climb.
Okay.
I think that's just up some houses maybe. But the trail says this way. Oh, look, there's markings.
Oh. See through the olive groves down to the castle on the lakeside.
Oh yes.
It's a bit strange because you've got, well, it's just alpine, it's cold, but olives everywhere.
And we're going up, more up. Buongiorno.
Olive oil, squashed by stones. Didn't really think about how they did it, but I suppose that's...
You can't use your feet, can you?
No, it's not quite like grapes, is it?
And this is an acacia, in case you were wondering.
I think this counts as exercise. So I've taken my mask off. Blimey, we've only just started.
Steep hill.
This is a 9-kilometre trail, most of it going up. At least that's what it feels like.
And the winter jasmine's out.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
It grows wild here, you see it all over the roadsides. Lovely. Well, the sign says there's been olive trees here since before the Roman times. So obviously suits them. Strange because it is just, you know, it's so alpine you just wouldn't think it. And you can see actually up here, I've just seen a glimpse through the olives on the other side.
Cable car.
Cable car. It's normally a cable car. You might not be able to see it in the mist. And beyond that, some actual snow on the top of the mountains here.
Yay! But
So-
loads and loads of olive groves.
Yeah, loads of olives. It
Just
is.
masses. It's lovely.
It is strange in the lower reaches. There's no skiing here. It's not quite high enough. But it's really nice to get up there. They only run the cable car from June to November. I saw it wasn't running. I thought it might be because of COVID, but no, it's just a summer thing.
Right, I'm going to put my mask away now. It's official. I'm going to stop right here and do it.
Wow, look at that.
This is a moderate trail, so not doing a hard one. It's quite an amazing path actually. Really solid stone, big slabs on the side, and it's solid. I think they meant it.
Yeah, and most of it's 1,000 years old, according to the signs. Even the dry stone walls here were done for the olives
Ooh.
in Roman times, so 2,000 years, and backfilled with stone so that they didn't have too much earth that got wet and, you know, impede the water flow down the hill and destroy them. Quite clever.
You get very hot in summer doing this.
Yeah, it's time to do it, I think. And we're on the right trail.
We are, got it on my
Following
phone.
the
Oh yeah.
Austrian flag. Apparently, according to the some of the signs here, the reason that this road is so good is that they used to haul the olives and chestnuts apparently from up here up on sleds just made of wood with donkeys. All right, going up, but going down, I think they must use these hooks here to lower them.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Steve. The iron hooks
Yeah.
are to put the sled on so you can decelerate on the way down.
So they lower the sleds down.
Yeah, well it's bloody steep.
Certainly is. They're quite fun, these cable cars, because it's fun. It goes round and round as it goes up. Gives you a panoramic view. There is snow up there. Still got some olives on this one. They say they pick them from November right through to March, so I haven't got around to this tree yet.
Oh.
Got the old ladder for picking the olives.
Oh yeah.
You can see they haven't picked all the ones from this, and
It's just got spikes in the ground and little ones.
It's like climbing a mast.
It is.
Well, if we come in the summer, I'm taking the cable car because that was a hike. But I guess you wouldn't see the snow behind, so you've got to weigh these things up. Yes, that was a hike. 4K up and 4.5K down, including going wrong just a little bit.
I think we probably went more wrong than that. Yeah, it was a long walk and very steep. And we're not used to that because obviously going around Venice is completely flat. So it was a bit of a shock to the system, wasn't it?
It was, but we're all good now. All good now, yep. I can feel both my legs.
Well, it's good. And you might want to go and get a cup of tea because I've now got to do the quiz question, which is going to take a little bit of...
The competition.
Yeah, I'm being a bit harder on people this time. I said I was going to be. The competition was, what I wanted to get at was that the left-hand side of the boat wasn't originally called port, it was called larboard. And only a few people got that. So we had Paul Jeffs, Lars Lind, Maury 3, John Roberts, Michael Dallymore, Roger Dinnis, Christopher Friend, Paul S.J., Peter Elford, David Gardner, Robert Turner and JJ Reverie. They all got the larboard side. So basically it was called larboard right up until 1844 when, well actually a lot of people changed it before that, but the Royal Navy changed it officially in 1844 because of the confusion between starboard and larboard and caused lots of problems. But the best answer I thought that I got from all of this, something I didn't know before, Simon Marden came up with the fact that obviously we've got red on the left-hand side of the boat, and to save your night vision, the ports in port were red lights as well, so you wouldn't lose your night vision as you came into port. And that's where the word red light district comes from, because obviously the ladies of the night would have been hanging around the dock in the red lights.
And you like that answer?
I just thought it was interesting.
Yeah, okay. Okay, good. Right, well the next couple of weeks to throw forward, I'm not sure what's going to be different here because we haven't yet got our outboard. We can see it, it's over there.
At the airport. It's logged in UPS. It actually should be UUPS, utterly useless postal system, because they are completely and utterly useless, and there's hot competition for that. We've had problems before, but God, they've been dreadful. We still haven't got it. We've had Martina from the office here speaking Italian. The Italians are great when they get angry, brilliant on the phone she is, really entertaining, but still didn't get anywhere. So yeah, we're no closer to getting our outboard, which is a real pain.
It is, but hopefully it will come and then we will be able to go sailing, because I'm told the weather's going to improve, which we're looking forward to. And we're here anyway until beginning of April, so it'd be nice to go out and explore a little bit more.
So yes, we'll keep tuned, watch for the next one, and hopefully we'll be out and about. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.